Am I the asshole for not allowing my brother to hold my baby because he has Tourette syndrome? Ho 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 ho. Whoa. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Ticking Together. As always, the goal of this channel is to provide education about and to raise awareness as to what it's like living with Tourette syndrome. In today's video, I have another reaction video for you guys because you guys seem to love those. And this isn't just any reaction video. This is a reaction to a Reddit post, a Reddit story. We are going to be reacting to the subreddit, Am I the Asshole? And in this subreddit, we are specifically reacting to stories about Tourette syndrome. Now you're probably wondering, Carly, what validity do you have to be talking about Tourette syndrome? Let me tell you guys. Hi, I'm Carly, I'm 24 and I have Tourette syndrome. So I have Tourette's and I think my opinions on these matters can be more beneficial than someone who maybe doesn't have Tourette's because I go in it with an open mind. I'm like, okay, I have this disorder, how would I react in this situation? But also, take my opinions with a grain of salt. This is not a factual video at all. These are just my opinions and my reaction to a story. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder, which means it's a disorder that affects my brain and it causes me to make involuntary movements and sounds known as tics. So the punching I just did, that's a tic. When I say huh in a weird voice, that is a tic. When I say weird things that I don't mean, or when I'm doing movements with my body that I can't control, those are tics, as I said, out of my control, involuntary, part of my Tourette syndrome diagnosis. I was diagnosed with Tourette's at the age of 12. I am now 24, and my goal of this whole Ticking Together channel is to break the stigma that surrounds Tourette syndrome. Tourette's is so misunderstood in today's society. People still think it's only a vulgar swearing disorder, which is far from the truth. And I want to debunk some myths on this channel, break the stigma, and bring the truth about Tourette's to viewers like you. If any of this resonates with you and you would like to stay tuned to content about Tourette syndrome, please subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell to stay tuned to all of my content here at Ticking Together. But without further ado, let's get into the subreddit, Am I the Asshole? Let's get into the story time. Today's story is, am I the asshole for not allowing my brother to hold my baby because he has Tourette syndrome? Ho 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 ho. Whoa. This is a touchy topic and I wonder what the story is gonna have to say because, ooh, I have some strong opinions on this one. Let's get into it. I, 21-year-old female, had a beautiful baby girl 1 month ago. As you can probably imagine, I'm very protective of her. She's my first child and I know that I still have a lot to learn. Several members of my family are mad at me. I want to know if I'm overprotective or if my concerns are valid. 2 days ago, some of my family members finally got the chance to meet my daughter. It was my mom, my dad, 2 sisters, and 3 brothers. One of my brothers, Kai, 26, has Tourette syndrome. His condition isn't considered severe, but he's had a few worrying tics over the years. Okay? The majority of his tics are minor facial and or muscle spasms. I got rice. However, he's had tics in the past that were far more concerning. These tics are spontaneous and can come out of nowhere. He has little to no control over his tics and sometimes they can cause physical damage. I love Kai and I know that he would never hurt anyone on purpose. However, I was still nervous to have him too close or handle my daughter. As soon as my family arrived, they were all fawning over my daughter. They were all taking turns passing her around to hold her. Eventually, Kai came up to me and asked me to hold her. I hesitated and told him I didn't think it was a good idea. He looked confused and asked me what was wrong. There was no way to sugarcoat it, so I cut straight to the point. I told him that because his tics are unpredictable, I didn't feel safe with him holding my daughter. His face dropped and he just walked away to go sit in my parents' car. I felt like the most evil sister in the world and was on the brink of tears. The rest of my family was very upset and said that I was depriving Kai of a connection with his only niece. My mom said that I was just a new mother and was letting my paranoia cloud my judgment. Am I the asshole? Wow, that is intense. I don't even know what I'm thinking about this. Want my reaction? I guess let's get into it. So as I said, going back to a little bit about me, I have Tourette syndrome, and I know the struggle of holding something fragile. I made a video in the past where I was holding my newborn cousin, and it went completely fine, but I was in my head the whole time saying, don't tick, don't tick, don't tick, and it took a lot of willpower to stay still with this baby. So, I mean, I've done it, and my cousin let me hold her son, which was so lovely, and I don't even think she batted an eye at it. She didn't even realize that it could be potentially dangerous. It never would be, but I mean, there is always the possibility of a tick happening. So going back to the story, this is his sister who has the baby. So her brother is the one with Tourette's, and she is not letting her brother hold his niece, hold her baby, because of Tourette's. But she even did say his tics for the most part are minor. Now, depending on the case of Tourette's, again, this is all very speculative and judgment based on different situations. It's very situational. But for someone who has mild tics, I would say, of course, let them hold the baby, because people with Tourette's, when they are in a situation where they 100% have to control their tics, often can suppress for short periods at a time. So I'm sure the brother could hold in his tics while he held his niece for just a few minutes. I'm sure there would be no possible way of injury, because it's a life in his hands. And it's not like people with Tourette's are monsters. It's not like we're gonna chuck a baby, you know? Like, we have the maternal and paternal instincts in us as well to hold a child and make sure that we're not gonna hurt them. That isn't to say we might not have a few muscle jerks like this while we're holding the baby, but we would never put that baby at risk. That is just me. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but I know with my tics, I can hold a child and maybe for short periods not be in distress. But the thing that weirds me out is this is her brother, and she's grown up with him. She knows the level of his tics, and she even says they're not often that bad. And I can't even imagine, like, if my brother had a kid and he wouldn't let me hold his kid because of my Tourette's, like, I would be crushed. So I understand where this brother is coming from, but I also understand the new mom standpoint of she wants to protect this kid with all of her life. That isn't to say that it's fair that she didn't let her brother hold her kid. Like, she said his tics for the most part are facial twitches and muscle spasms, which really isn't gonna be a danger to her kid. And another thing, her whole family is there. It's not like something tragic is gonna happen. Say she let him hold her baby like this, and maybe the mom and the other brother was on this side, you know? They could have precautionary measures there. I think it's really rude that she didn't let her brother with Tourette's hold the baby. And it's tough, but I would honestly say she is the asshole. Because, like, Tourette's to some extent can be suppressed. For most people with Tourette's, you can take a few minutes out of your day, really think about it and be in your head, don't tick, don't tick, don't tick, but you can do it. You can stay still. It does feel very uncomfortable and painful almost, but the reward of holding your newborn niece out of that is way more worth it than not. I don't think it's fair that she didn't let him hold her. I don't. I think it is true that she is depriving Kai, her brother, with a connection with his niece. I think it's very upsetting that she wouldn't trust her brother. Like, I know Tourette's is unpredictable, but as I said, they could have taken measures. They could have put a pillow, they could have even got like a baby swaddle or something, and really maybe a body carrier and like latched her in there, you know? There could have been ways to do it. And I just think it's not fair. You know, like, that's really not nice for a sibling to do, to really prevent their sibling who has a disability from holding their only niece. I think it's wrong. I don't think it's appropriate. I think that it's ableist, and I think it's mean. You know, like, if he was in the right mind and said, I can hold her, and he was ready to suppress and ready to be in the zone, let him. He would be able to tell if he wasn't able to hold her. He would know internally, my tics are bad, I can't hold her. Or he would know, hey, I might have a bad tic. He would know. He's the person that lives with Tourette's. So why not listen to him? It's just unfortunate. And I think that she really is in the wrong here. but I could be wrong. So my final verdict is the sister is the asshole, kind of. Yeah, that's my verdict. She is. Because realistically, the brother could have suppressed. They could have taken other measures. They could have had a swaddle. They could have had like a baby carrier. They could have had something to help him if he were to have bad tics. There could have been a way. And I feel like she just didn't even try. She just said, no, don't hold her. Rude, rude. But I could be wrong here. This is just all opinionated, my opinions. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Who do you think is the asshole in this situation? We have the sister who has a newborn, and the sister's not letting her brother with Tourette's hold the baby, but then we have the brother with Tourette's who wants to hold the baby. We have the other family members. Who do you think is in the wrong here? I would love to hear your opinions in the comments. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below saying hi again, letting me know what you would like to see in future videos, or again, letting me know your opinion on this matter. Who do you think is in the wrong here? If you guys like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell to stay tuned to all of my content here at Ticking Together. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we are learning together, we're laughing together, and we're ticking together. Bye!